Let's clarify Git and GitHub at this point. Git is a distributed version control system. Other source control systems are Subversion, CVS, and Team Foundation Version Control, or TFVC. There are a lot of compelling reasons to use Git over some of the other options, such as the way it stores files, the ease for users of switching branches, and the prevalence of its use throughout the open source world. To use Git functionality on your local machine, you download and install Git from git-scm.com. That website also has some good general info about Git and the command line options available. We'll need this installed for what we're doing, and we'll go over just what we specifically need for this course. A key term that you'll see or hear with regards to Git is a repository, or repo. This basically refers to a single code project in the looser sense of that word. A repository might be defined as having the collection of solution and project files or directories that constitute a logical application or package, including any applicable tests or other such stuff. We'll be creating a single repository for our doc project, but our doc project could actually be a part of a larger repository if that's what made sense in that case. Moving on, GitHub is a website that hosts Git repositories and implements the Git interface points. There are many other platforms that can host Git repos, such as GitLab, Bitbucket, and even Team Foundation Server since 2015, and VSTS in the cloud. For our initial demo, we'll be working with GitHub, but later in the course, I'll show how the same functionality we'll be implementing can be done in VSTS and on-premises TFS. In this course, we'll be covering just what we need to about Git, which will get you up and running with this stuff quickly. But if you want to learn more about Git, I recommend Paulo Parada's How Git Works course here on Pluralsight. Now let's go get Git set up on our machine, say that 3 times fast, and make sure we can get logged into GitHub. To download and install Git, you visit the git-scm.com website. I'm here and will quickly point out the interactive Try Git link that lets you explore some of the command line functionality of Git right in the browser in a little tutorial. I'll just download the current version for Windows and launch the installer once the download has completed. So here we are with the installer for Windows. The first step is a license note, and we'll just click Next. We confirm the directory where Git will be installed, and then we have some options to choose from. I'll just leave the defaults. That'll be fine for what we're doing. We then have an option for the Start menu folder, and I'll leave that as well. Then we can choose whether to modify our path environment variable to include Git. This is fine, and what I want, so I'll click Next again. Then we have an option about security protocol, and I'll leave the OpenSSL library selected. Git can perform some line ending conversions. I don't generally have much trouble with this, so I'll again leave the default and click Next. 2 more quick defaults. The first is the terminal emulator, and again I'll leave this alone. And then finally, a couple of last options that I'll leave with the defaults, and then get to click the Install button. When this completes, the Git source control commands will be available on my machine. Let's go make sure we have a GitHub account now. Okay, here I am on the GitHub website. Having an account is free, but if you want to have private repositories, you'll have to use a paid account. If you haven't already signed up for an account, you can use this screen to do it. I've already got an account, so I'll sign in. If you can get signed into GitHub and have a green button or option to create a new repository, you're all set. See you in the next clip when we move our doc source into a repo we'll create.